So welcome Superboy fans to this is our 5th commentary track going through the Superboy television series for the Superboy Legacy podcast. This is a bonus featurette to the main episodes that we do. And today I have my good friend and collaborator, both of them here today, Tom Gallagher and Adam Basciano. Thanks, guys. The full staff is here for this commentary today.
Where are the donuts? That's what I want to know.
Where's the donut?
We need some popcorn as well.
Yeah, popcorn, nachos, some pizza. It's only a 22-minute episode. But today, this commentary track, we've been going through the series. We've been cherry picking our episodes, like some of the best episodes. So today, Adam picked this one because this is your first commentary with us, Adam. So
yeah,
we let you pick this episode.
Yeah, and I'm a sucker for time travel stories.
And you're a big Star Trek fan. So.
Yeah, and Back to the Future. So I said, well, Superboy's got some time travel going on, and what better episode to do that with than Hollywood? So that's the one we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna go back to season 1. We haven't done an episode from season 1 yet.
Yeah, we've kind of been disrespecting John Newton a little bit by not doing any of his episodes.
I'm sticking up for John, and we're blazing a trail here going back to season 1.
So we're gonna look at this episode, Hollywood, from season 1. It was the tail end. It was towards the end of the season or the middle of the season. I think
it's like the second to last episode, or maybe it's one earlier than that.
Yeah. So we're going to look at this episode because it just seemed this episode was just fired on all cylinders. Like as you said, Adam, this was a good episode. It was a great episode. God, I sound like Trump there for a second. It was good. It was great. It was tremendous.
Was it huge?
But no,
that's the question.
It was a tremendous
episode. It was huge.
Huge. But let's look at this episode. We're going to count down from 3 and then we're going to hit start. So whatever way you are watching this episode, either it being on DVD or digital, we're just going to count you down. And then just after 3, after 1, we're going to hit start. Okay.
All right.
1 second. Let me cue it up. So I'm watching this on Apple TV on my iPad. So that's how I'm watching it. Adam, how are you watching it? Tom, how are you watching it?
I'm doing digital.
You're doing digital, Tom? Digital?
Same here, iTunes version.
iTunes, same thing. iTunes is the best way to watch Superboy. And I found out this morning, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was trying to pull up an episode on DC Universe, and I don't know if they're up there anymore. I know the logo.
They're taking everything down.
I don't think it's up there anymore.
Yeah, basically, DC Universe is basically going to be from what I've heard, a comics only app soon, because everything live action is going to be transported over to HBO Max.
Yeah, I wonder if Superboy is going to be over on HBO Max. We'll have to wait and see.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if HBO Max is putting, 30 million, something like 30 million into finishing the Snyder Cut?
I think it's more like 50 to 70 million, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, take that amount of money as well and give it to Superboy and do the HD treatment.
That's right.
Please.
Well,
they never will, but please.
Let's start the episode, guys. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to start. Okay, Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and start. And there's the title sequence. Here we go.
Yeah, the Breaking Glass S, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I love it.
Accompanied by a new intro.
Yeah, do you remember which episode did the second version of the intro come in?
Oh, I think it was the Russian exchange student.
Yeah, you know this. This is your.
I think it was that episode.
So it didn't take long then. It was only like 2 episodes in.
Yeah, it was only a handful of episodes in, and then they did this.
Yeah.
So maybe after the first 13. I don't know. That's a good question. I got to go back and look at it. Well, like when they reran them here in Chicago on Fox, like they would change up the opening credits. So on some of them, I have on some of my tapes, it has the version 2 here, and then some of them have version 1. So, yeah.
I wonder if they just messed with the running order that much that that was just
Well,
inevitable.
yeah, with syndication. So,
At least it's not
So
like you go to watch a John James Newton episode and it's like the Gerard Christopher season 4 intro or something like that.
right. Like, oh my god,
that'd be funny.
the wrong actors playing Superboy. This is great. David Nutter, directed by David Nutter. This episode, Hollywood.
He's like the TV superhero version of Spielberg, I guess.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
he is. He is. He'd go on to do the X-Files after Superboy. He'd go on and do Arrow, build the whole Arrowverse with
Yeah.
those guys with
I think he did.
Berlanti.
Didn't he do some Buffy and Angel as well?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of
Yeah.
David Grossman?
I think they both did stuff on Buffy.
Yeah.
David Grossman.
I do like that heat vision effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Superman, the movie.
Yeah. Snow White, apparently. And Clark
Clark
Gable, this is, very
hmm
apropos because Clark Gable, Clark Kent,
I wonder, this must be like one of the only episodes not to be shot in Florida.
I wonder if it's just this. Yeah.
It's funny though, that guy saying, "Oh, I know this is Hollywood, but that guy's going overboard," pointing at a Superman walking down Hollywood Boulevard, considering now there's just superheroes everywhere going down that road.
God, I love the old cars. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just-
They do a good job of placing you in that time period, which we'll know where we are in a second.
Oh, there he looks like George Reeves. There you go.
Yeah.
So funny.
I do love the fashion style from this era. I wish I could wear a suit every day and not feel ridiculous.
This is great. He gives the kid $1. That's great. The kid looks like he's gonna faint. Wow. 1939.
So it's cool because what I like about this episode is because it's putting Superboy back into the era where Superman was first created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's with the fantasy about fruit stands?
Yeah.
Fruit is nice and cheap. You can throw it everywhere and not have anybody moan at you.
Like, think about it. There's the fruit stand outside of the Daily Planet in Superman the movie,
Yeah.
and then Lex runs into the fruit stand with the car, and now here.
This is very much like Clark and Lois in the alleyway
Yeah.
in Superman the movie.
I wonder if part of it's that craft services has to have a bunch of fruit on it, but nobody eats it, so they just use it in scenes.
Maybe.
But yeah, look at how John is playing Clark in this scene. Very like he's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
to take on those 4 guys is Clark.
Yeah, it's very much the George Reeves version.
Yeah.
I suppose part of him's just thinking, well, I don't have to worry about my secret identity here, because who's going to recognize me in the future? I recognise that actress, but I can never place where from. Every time I see this episode, I'm like, I'm sure I know her from something else.
Yeah. This was a really good episode. I forgot how good this episode was.
Yeah.
It's a great episode. It's one of the best of the first season.
See, I picked the good ones, and I like the fresh fruit. Just.
What are the odds that in the 2 episodes that we talked about today, there'd be fruit in
I don't know.
one and then fruit in another as we're watching it and doing commentary track? I mean, like, what are the odds? That's cool. This is the first time Clark takes off his glasses in front of somebody that's not Mom, Pa Kent or just being Superboy. He could just be himself. Like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, this episode is so good. I always think it's like a season 3 episode with Gerard because it's the sort of. It reminds me of that episode from season 4, Hell Breaks Free, or Hell Breaks Loose, and it's you have all the flashbacks to.
I like how she said, "If you want to get into the movies, come and see me." It's like, yeah, we'd like to see Superman in general in another movie. So can we go see somebody about that?
Uh-oh. What was that? There goes the breaker. Uh-oh.
That's the clue.
Superboy on the building. That's so funny.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, remember in BVS where the woman was on the roof during the
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was the symbol on the roof, then
yeah.
That would have made more sense. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like somebody walking by, who's Superboy? And then see this guy fly down, like, oh my god, what the hell's that? There are aliens. It's 1939. Aliens have landed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he fried the circuit board. Wow, Superboy's losing it. He'll punch a hole.
I would have stayed there. He met a nice looking girl. I would have just.
I want to go back.
I'd have been like, screw it.
Is it me or does Superboy look a little annoyed? He looks annoyed.
He's definitely frustrated at the situation,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Like, you pulled me into 1939. What the hell? If we just wait 50 more years. No. Well, Kryptonians do age very slowly, so he should be fine. The professor, I don't know. He's not going to make it.
Probably not.
I just love that the professor gets there. Instead of trying to get back immediately, he's just doing a land scan.
It's very Back to the Future with the almanac, right?
Yeah.
Or Lex Luthor.
Yeah, in Superman the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to open my own town and call it Otisburg.
Otisburg. Oh my god.
Is it just me, or is the professor dressed like George Reeves era Jimmy Olsen as well?
Very much. Yeah. Love the hat and the bow tie.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, you know what? Maybe I will go talk to that actress after all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If he has his land, I'm gonna go act. I think that's what Clark's gonna do. Oh, yeah. That's a cool set.
Yeah.
It's funny when you see stuff like that because you're just like, I wish they could have done a set like that for the Countdown to Nowhere when the shuttle's behind him.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the blue screen, just paint it.
Well, he just went right in there.
It's the Clark Kent charm, Adam. That's what that is.
I guess so.
Those bead hat things that women used to wear, it would annoy me so much. It would.
Like she's walking.
Every time she walks and it like touches her neck or something, I would be just going crazy. I'd end up throwing it in the trash like in an hour at least.
Oh, it's cool to see the boom mic and all that stuff on the set, like behind them.
I wonder if it is the actual one they used or if they had to get period specific equipment.
I want to see if somebody's completely out of character, like wearing something that they shouldn't be wearing. Like that's what I'm looking for in this episode.
Looking for digital watches and stuff like that.
That guy has a brick cell phone from the internet. What is he doing?
That kid's on a skateboard.
Somebody left a giant coffee mug or something, like on
like that Game of Thrones with the coffee mugs in the background.
They left a
bottle of water underneath the chair.
Yeah.
Is that a DeLorean?
No, is it? No.
You know what's funny though? Like this is your
Oh, the
typical.
Tommy gun. The Tommy gun. That's cool. Very Dick Tracy.
It's Home
Very
Alone
Dick
2
Tracy.
or what?
I love Tommy guns. I think they're just such a cool design.
Oh, there's a Walkman. That's so funny. He's got the Walkman. Very 80s Walkman. Is that
Is he going
Sony?
to try
Oh,
and sell it or something? Is that what he's doing? He's just like,
doesn't that mess up future events like Doc Brown?
yeah. Like they get back to the future at the end of this episode and find everything's
Yeah.
different. They
Doesn't
come back and find they're in the Sovereign timeline.
Doesn't that create an alternate universe that he showed this professor from the 1930s a Walkman? Hey, dude, it's a Walkman. Like, oh, okay. That's cool. Superboy lifting the stuff off the truck.
Even this guy's reaction is better.
Right? Oh my god. And he's what is Superboy doing back there? Oh, he's taking the rope off the. Now he's melting it. There you go.
I like how this other scientist is taking time travel as if it's nothing. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Ah, that's great. Great use of super breath there on the circuit board. This is such a Superman or Superboy thing to do. Here, have the land. We insist. He insists. Take it. Please take it. I won't go back unless you don't take it.
I mean,
Take
the bean of
land.
Superboy to do that, though. I mean,
yeah.
Let
was my retirement.
Let him have a few quid when he gets back.
Yeah. That was my retirement. You just gave up my retirement.
Now I'm gonna have to build even more time machines.
I'm gonna hook up with Doc Brown and we're gonna make DeLoreans. That's what we're gonna do.
John looks actually really, really good in the suit in here. It's really
Yeah.
He looks physically appropriate for the role, and one
And
of the
filter. Yeah, I want to say like the filter that they used, like how it has like this golden sheen, like when he's out in public. This is cool. Where were you? We've been waiting on the set.
I think cool. John wore the suit pretty well though, all the time.
Yeah.
There's a few shots here and there where he doesn't. Like the worst he looks is in the original pilot, but everywhere else he looks good in the suit.
Oh yeah.
Like what's cool too is the fact that the show's called Superboy and he looks appropriate aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we're gonna have to let you go. Oh, that's Hollywood.
It's funny that he looks older when he's not in the suit though. Like he looks
he
looks older when he's just wearing the suit and tie and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I love how certain scenes, like, they made him take the glasses off. He didn't wear the glasses. I like that. That's a good touch.
Well, there's no point, is there, in the past?
No. But I'm just waiting for somebody to walk by. Aren't you that dude that's flying around town? Like, come on. Like, again, a little bit of lack of reaction to a guy that's flying. Or
in 1938, we're looking up in the sky that often.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. Dude that flies and he's wearing this really weird outfit. Like, I mean, nowadays, everybody's walking around with a cell phone. Just like, everybody's a reporter. So, like, if this was now, like, everybody would be like, oh, there's a dude that flies. What the hell is that? People would be freaking out.
Yeah, definitely.
You just sit here, Clark. I wonder where that chair is. I wonder where that production chair is.
Yeah.
Is that John's production chair? I want that.
Gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it. Like, come on. Where is it?
Did they ever actually say like what specific? Did they give a specific year that this is set in, or
It said in the newspaper 1939.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no?
the Nazi.
Trying to think
whoever had gone that way. Yeah.
when did World War II start?
History lessons.
I'm trying to think.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Oh, Clark got shot. Clark. That was a kind of weird fall by Jon there. That was weird.
I just think a few years later, people will be like, "This is definitely one of Hitler's super weapons. This
Right.
flying man.
Probably,
It's the Ubermensch."
Ubermensch, the Superman.
But it's funny. So this episode takes place 1 year after Superman was created.
Yep. Yeah.
Now it's a shame it didn't happen 1 year before Superman's creation, and right at the end, you just see this kid on the street, and he's just like,
That would have been cool. Yeah.
Mom, there's a man in the sky flying. And she's like, what have I told you about telling lies?
Yeah.
Jerry Siegel, what have I told you about telling lies?
That would have been really cool, actually. Yeah.
That was a cool landing by Jon just now, right in front of the building.
You're right.
This is great.
This is very Dick Tracy.
Man.
You're right, Sam. Well,
very, very Dick Tracy. I'm waiting for Flat Top to show up.
We knew they were bad guys anyway, but you can always establish they're not just the bad guys, but they're really evil people. As soon as one punches a woman in the face, you're just like, yeah, screw these guys.
That's great. Superboy with his hands on his hips, and they throw the Tommy gun at him. Yeah,
I love the way that it was bouncing off his chest, but also the stuff behind him at the sides exploded. Like they timed that really well. That was a cool shot.
Dude just ran into Superboy.
Like,
I
love
Jon talking about his technique for flying and how he kind of incorporated his Tai Chi, like his karate background into it. Like when he banks a certain way, he puts his hand over his other hand and he banks. Like I love that.
I love that for once the last guy decides he's just going to try and run away. Bullets didn't work. He took out all of your cronies. Like, you should probably just run.
This actress was really good in this role. I really liked her.
But why is he carrying her? I mean,
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm all for that. Good for him. But
I'm maybe
her feet are still tied up or something.
Good point.
That was a good shot of Jon, and then like opposite her. Like that camera setup is awesome. I really like that shot.
Do you know if Jon wore contact lenses in the show? Because his eyes are like, it's like Superman Birthright level blue.
I think he did. I think they gave him contact lenses to wear. Because I think his eyes are brown in real life. So I think they did give him.
With all this
give him contact lenses. Yeah.
With all this kissing he's getting, I would have stayed in 1938.
There they go. Back to the Future. There they go.
Yeah, he gets a bunch of kisses in the past, but in the present day, he only gets to kiss Lana maybe once or twice a season.
Yeah.
There's TJ and Lana. We haven't seen them all episode. We got to see them for at least 2 minutes before the episode ends.
It's in the contract.
Yeah.
You know, I'd forgotten about this ending.
Oh, when he sees himself in the photo? Yeah. Oh, Clark, where have you been?
I like that she remembered him saying Schuster University. That's why she left.
The picture of him.
Yeah. With the astronauts or the fake astronauts. Yeah, that's cool. All the actors.
Good to see you too, Clark.
Let me heat vision these real quick. Hold on.
Smart thinking, though.
Yeah. It was a good episode. I really liked Hollywood.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
And lucky for him, she kept the secret because she could have easily.
Yeah. I think this is
So
actually my favorite episode of season 1, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, other than the non-alien episodes, I think this is right up there next to the alien
It's
episode.
just really good. I mean, like I said, it's got a lot of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But Back to the Future was around that time, right? So
Yeah, 84, 85?
yeah,
Yeah.
so it makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
if you're gonna do time travel, sort of borrow elements from the best,
Mhm.
one of the best time travel movies, and also, like I said, just the fact of putting the character, back in the era where he began. There's something
It's
really cool about that.
Yeah, it's a nice nod. I really like that, and I like that that Clark didn't have his glasses on the whole time. He got to he didn't have to hide. So I
Yeah,
like that. It's
yeah.
something we didn't see at all,
We get
in
to
the
we
early.
get to basically see uh, farm boy Clark. It's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Right, the
Farm boy
real
Clark. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah. Tom, did you wanna say anything before we wrap up this, Hollywood commentary?
No, I just love this episode. I think you guys covered it.
Yeah,
I love that he didn't wear the glasses, and like you just said a second ago as well, like he's not really playing Schuster Clark, and he's not
right.
really playing Superboy. It's like it's the combination of the two personas
Yeah, yeah,
into probably what the truest version of himself would be.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it would be this is the version of Clark that we would see if he didn't have to hide,
yeah,
who he
Yeah,
was from Lana. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a great episode. It was one of the highlights from season 1, that we all, we all 3 of us can agree this is one of the better episodes from season 1, probably in the top 5.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for listening to Hollywood Commentary, and don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and, Spotify or wherever you get your podcast, to the Superboy Legacy podcast. So thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you guys on the next podcast episode and the next commentary. So thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.